The Nathan, Nat and Shaun podcast.
Shaun ran us through the scenario that Dockers supporters need to barrack for West Coast against Carlton this week. You need West Coast to win in order to bump Carlton down and the Dockers up.
Now, I have to tell you,
Fremantle will have to win the last game because
Yes.
Hawthorn are going to play. They play Richmond North, so they win those games, and the Western Bulldogs are likely to win there. So
it's important.
So, with my parents, if the Eagles aren't playing, they'll barrack for the Dockers. And unless it's a derby. There's some people that will lend their support.
Yeah,
There's other
that's
people
true.
that won't even tolerate that idea.
No, can't even stomach it,
They
Nathan.
cannot. The colours blue and yellow sicken them. And we're about to speak to those people now because we're going to give one of these people tickets to go and barrack for the Eagles.
Against
Barrack.
Carlton.
And you have to.
Like, you have to, like, be old.
At this game that you need the Eagles to win.
Claire's in Melville. Good morning, Claire.
Good morning, guys. How are you?
Okay,
Claire.
Let's talk about the Eagles. How do you feel about the team and how do you think they've hurt you?
How they've hurt me? Well, have I got some stories for you?
Okay.
So the Eagles have lost their grand finals both on my 30th and 40th birthday, which I happened to be at the MCG watching, and they devastated me against Hawthorn. Absolutely heartbroken both those times.
So you were a mad Eagles supporter, and they let you down on those days.
Yes, both those days. Yes.
Oh, so you're an Eagles supporter, not a Dockers supporter?
No, I do support the Dockers, and I've tried very hard to love them over the years, but they have, every time I'm like, right, get behind them, it hurts.
They've also let you down.
I want to be West Australia. I'm die-hard, but I also want West Australia just to show it to Victorians, but the Dockers just continue to hurt me year in, year out.
All right, Claire. Well, you hang there because we are looking for a mad Freo supporter.
Izzy, maybe. Hello, Izzy.
Hello, how are you?
Hi,
Great,
Izzy.
Hi, Izzy.
Okay, first of all, who do you barrack for?
Freo!
Have you got a flag mantle tattoo?
Oh, no, but I'm going to get one soon if they win.
So tell us about the Eagles and your relationship to them.
Eagles are just disappointing. Nothing compared to Fremantle whatsoever.
Who's the best Fremantle player of all time?
Oh, I would say Nat 5.
I can't believe you had to think for that.
Wow.
Sean, your name's in the
Long
show.
pause.
The
wasn't
show
there?
is called Nathan, Nat and Sean.
Izzy, you
But
could have played the game then.
The Nat is Nat 5, obviously.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's a good answer there.
Izzy.
Well
And the
said.
Nathan is Nat 5.
I mean, thanks, Izzy.
That's right.
You hang there.
Sure.
You didn't suck up enough, to be honest.
I haven't felt real genuine.
Maybe we'll feel it from Diane.
Negative
Hello,
feelings.
Diane.
Hello, how you going?
Hi, Di.
Di.
First of all, I've got to tell you, I've been in the Derby Club for 7 years.
Okay, so she's a mad Docker supporter.
Sean
Hi,
knows
Di.
who that is. And my daughter, my family's from Albany, they're all mad Eagles supporters. My daughter came home from pre-primary about 22 years ago and sat in the middle and said, I want to watch Jeffrey Farmer. And my friend came home, docked her out in Dockers gear, and then we came up here, joined the cheer squad, and every time those Eagles came running down the field, us girls who had little kids at the front would pull out our wooden spoons with their faces on them, put down our top, and I freaking hate it how if the Dockers win a game or they beat them in a derby, what happens? Hey, but you've got nothing in your cabinet.
That's the call, isn't
Every
it?
time. On cue, every time. I hate those Eagles.
So, okay, Di. So, if knowing that the Dockers need the Eagles to win this weekend, are you prepared to go along and cheer loudly for the Eagles?
I will. If I can take my card.
You're not allowed to take a wooden spoon because we're not going to finish last.
So you can take one silicon spatula.
No, hate the Eagles. I'm busily converting them into coming to the Derby Club whenever I get the chance.
Okay. Do you know anyone that supports the Eagles that you can borrow a scarf off? Because I'm going to need you to wear a scarf if you go to this game.
Well,
You'll
my
get a rash,
son-in-law,
Yeah.
My son-in-law, my mother.
Okay. Okay.
Family.
Sure, what do you think?
Righto, Di, you're off to
It has to be Di.
the Eagles take on Carlton.
Di, we want a picture of you
Okay.
in the Eagles scarf at the game.
Oh, okay. All right, I'll do it.
Okay.
Barracking loudly,
Two
please.
premium Bankwest best seats coming your way, Di.
Thank Those other girls just didn't have enough passion.
You got a passion. I sensed hatred, to be honest. Hatred.
Hatred. That's
You have a cracking
That is
time.
so funny.
Nathan, Nat, and Sean podcast.
The jab, ducks under the body to the head. It's all over. 5 rounds.
UFC 305 returns to Perth Sunday, August 18 with UFC middleweight gold on the line. Watch Duplessis versus Adesanya live on Main Event and KO.
Here we go. We're about to play 5 rounds. 6 callers about to battle it out to go in the running to win a UFC 305 VIP experience. That'll be one on Friday.
Now, round 1 will feature Mike from Canning Vale and Kelly from Haynes. But we'll start with you, Mike. Good morning, brother.
Good morning, Sean. How are you?
Awesome.
Mike, you really want to go to this, do you?
I certainly do.
Yeah. Do you love the USA?
I do like the UFC, yes.
Very
Let's find out
cagey,
from
isn't
Kelly. Hello, Kelly.
Hello, how you going?
Good,
Kelly,
Kelly.
Mike wants to win it. Do you want to win it more than Mike?
I want to win it for my husband more than mine.
Because you love your husband. Hear that, Sean?
I know.
God, do you really love your husband, Kelly? Is it true?
Yeah, he's all right. It goes okay.
It's all right.
It's all right.
She's back away from
That's
it.
really
All right, guys.
good to hear.
Imagine, refreshing, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, what's stopping you guys to be in the draw to win this on Friday is 5 rounds. 5
Yes.
very different rounds. You're not going to know what's coming at you like a normal round in UFC.
We'll ask the question. If you know the answer, buzz in with your name. Get it right, you're through to the next round. Get it wrong, your opponent goes through. Drama. Let's test your buzzers, Mike.
Mike.
Kelly.
Kelly.
They're
All
working,
right.
guys.
We are ready.
Round 1.
Round 1 is words.
It's words, Nathan.
It's words. Words.
Okay.
Here is the question. What word do you get if you spell desserts backwards?
Kelly.
Kelly.
Tress.
What? Desserts.
No, she's got it wrong.
You got it wrong.
I'm afraid.
It is desserts backwards is
Stressed.
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 Hey, Mike, just like that, you're through to the
Mike.
second round.
How good?
I know. Sometimes it's best to say nothing at
Yeah,
all.
didn't get a sweat up
You're
there,
going to be
Mike.
taking on Peter from Adderdale. Morning, Pete.
Good morning.
Hey, Peter. You really want to beat the UFC, Peter? Big fan?
Oh, so excited.
Okay.
And this is the
Missed out on
VIP.
tickets,
Did
and
you?
this is my chance.
Okay.
Okay, this is it.
Pete,
Don't
all
blow
right.
it.
Test your buzzer, Pete.
Peter.
All
Working.
right.
Round 2.
Round 2 is music. All right. So we're going to play you some audio, and then we're going to have a question afterwards. Have a listen to all the audio. Question: what do these 3 songs have in common?
Mike.
Yes,
Yes,
Mike.
Mike.
They are sung by a gentleman with the first name John.
Mike, I got no one's going to get that.
Yeah.
Well
Same
done,
here.
Mike.
No.
Mike.
Clever.
Bye, Pete. You're off to round 3, Mike, where you're going to take on Steve from Gwellup. Morning, Steve.
Good morning.
Hey, Steve.
Hey, Steve.
Steve, how much you want these tickets, Steve?
Oh, unbelievably.
Yeah, unbelievable.
Which is a lot.
Fan.
Yeah,
That's a lot.
Yeah.
All right,
All right,
that's a lot.
welcome.
All right. Test your buzzer, Steve.
Steve.
It's working.
Round 3.
Round 3 is all about riddles.
They do this in the UFC.
Okay.
They do all these rounds.
They love they love a good riddle round.
Yeah.
Okay, the question is, what comes in 2s and has a tongue but cannot talk?
Steve. Mike.
Steve?
Shoes.
He's
He's right in the face.
Steve, Mike. Sorry, Mike. You gave it a red hot go, but Steve is through to round 4.
This is fantastic.
You're taking on Jody from East Freo. Good morning, Jody.
Good morning.
All right,
Hi, Jody.
Jody. Big UFC fan?
Oh, I'd love to win them for my husband.
See, another wife that
See,
loves her
Sean?
husband.
Yeah,
Sean.
that's amazing.
Isn't it
Wives
just
are
wonderful?
amazing. No wonder you married them.
Yeah.
Wives. They're the best.
Jody, test your
Oh,
buzzer.
yes.
Jody.
It's
All
working,
right.
guys.
Round 4.
Round 4 is numbers.
Oh,
Okay. Now today, we're going to be asking you a question, and then jump in and have a guess, and then we'll tell you if you have to go higher or lower.
And then you'll take turns from there. Okay.
All right, here's the question. How old was Tom Cruise when he starred in the first Mission Impossible film?
Jody.
Jody, you can have first crack, Jody.
28.
He was older.
Steve.
30.
Sorry, what was that?
32.
He was older.
Jody.
36.
He was younger.
Steve.
Sorry, did you say he was younger?
Yes, he was younger
Jody?
than 36.
Yep. 34.
Steve.
You got it.
You've done it. You've done it.
He got it.
Sorry, Jody. We've bid you farewell. Steve, you've made it to round 5. We're going to take on Meg from Kelmscott. Good morning, Meg.
Hello.
Hi, Meg.
Hi, Meg.
Now, Steve, you know you really want these tickets. Meg, why do you want these tickets?
For my husband.
Oh,
husband.
so many wives that just really love their husband.
I am blown away this
Want them to
morning.
be happy, Sean.
Yeah,
you
it's
listening
great,
to this?
isn't it?
All right, everybody.
They're all like that.
Meg, test your buzzer.
Meg.
It's working.
Round 5.
All
Round 5
important.
is
Can I have some
UFC.
punching sounds, please, Harry? Thank you.
All right, this is the UFC round.
Here is the question. According to the UFC stats.com, which fighter weighs in heavier? Alexander Volkanovski or Israel Adesanya?
Steve.
Steve for the win.
Israel Adesanya.
It's
You're
They're
absolutely
different weight
correct.
divisions, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
Completely right. It's 120 kilos.
Oh, the last stole bender.
Yes. Steve, you are in Friday's draw to win this UFC 305 VIPP experience. That's 2 premium tickets to the UFC 305 this Sunday. 3 nights of accommodation, behind the scenes meet and greet. You go to the weigh-in, everything. We're going to be drawing the winner on Friday, so good luck, Steve.
All right, thanks a lot.
You've got a 1 in 5 shot at it, Steve.
All right.
Keep the vibes down there, Steve.
Hey.
He's keeping
All
a lid
right,
on it.
all right.
Keeping a lid
He
on it,
literally
you know?
is.
All right, we're doing this again tomorrow, 5 different rounds, and this is going to be the most amazing UFC experience that anyone
Is
can
it
win.
just
I love it.
massive?
Great.
This is the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
We're still washing up the Olympic Games, and people are talking about a lot of favourite moments as we go past. Caitlin Bass has been reporting on it a lot, writing a lot of stories. And you just asked us a question about ray gun, which me and Nathan spoke about yesterday, but I'm sure we'd like to hear what Nat's got to say as well. What were your thoughts?
Well, if anything, I think it's a great conversation starter. I think that's the opening. What did you think of ray gun? And the room exploded.
look,
There were so
people
many different people with different opinions.
People have to take the hate away. Take the hate away firstly, because someone got an opportunity and she took it.
Yeah,
So-
I don't think there's... I mean, the hate's always written about, but no one's...
Once you become a public figure, in this day and age, you're going to get hate.
Yeah,
so,
I know. Yeah.
you've got to ignore the haters and just move on. She got through because she qualified.
She's the Oceania champion.
Yep, which means a lot of really amazing breakdancers that are saying, why wasn't it us, didn't go that and qualify. So that's how it happened.
But isn't it so typical of what today's society is like? You could be the worst and you'll still be so celebrated.
Well, I mean-
she will be remembered
100%.
as the main meme from this Olympic
She is the NFL are doing touchdowns and doing the kangaroo.
Yeah.
Like Adele had stopped a concert and was talking about it. She has cemented
We
herself.
still talk about Eddie the Eagle.
We do.
This is true. I mean,
Eric
lay down
the Eel.
Sally.
Eric the Eel.
you know,
Yeah.
I
But
guess
she
you
should have
don't
been there.
have to be
No.
good.
Did she know that she shouldn't have been there? She should have. Because, I mean, straight away, as soon as everyone saw her, they jumped onto TikTok and stuff, and everyone's going, what about this breakdance? You know that you are not of the standard of these people that are even on TikTok, let alone the Olympics. So you can't be surprised when you're bouncing around like a kangaroo and rubbing your face on the ground doing a circle that people aren't going to say that's not real. You can't be like, oh my God. And the breakdance community are doing a beautiful thing. They're wrapping their arms around her and they're saying, oh, we support her. Yeah, you do, but you didn't give her any points.
We supported you.
So-
but
I know, but
zero
someone
points.
has to come last in every competition.
But
There's
no
somebody
point.
who runs.
No, 0 points.
Nobody's talking
0
about the
points.
marathon runner who pulled out after a kilometre, by
Yes.
the way, when there was some
'Cause they didn't do a
massive
kangaroo.
contention about whether she even should have been in the team. Even I reckon I could run a kilometre.
Well,
do
both
you know what I
her
mean?
quads cramped. So I feel like
but
running
after
with
a
2
K?
quad cramps would be really
But
hard
after
to
a K,
do.
Caitlin?
Yeah, but we don't know
She
what her
might have been
preparation
sick.
and
I
stuff.
know.
Exactly.
Do you know who finished last in the marathon, the women's marathon?
Who?
The woman from the lady from Bhutan.
Oh.
So she was about an hour and 45 minutes away from the first person to cross the line.
I mean,
she was way up
trains
the
at
pace.
altitude, though.
Yeah.
Like,
You would have thought she would have been better.
Happiest
But
place in the world. That's
it
why
is, though,
she's
yeah.
there.
They're really
We
happy.
didn't get your opinion. What did you think of her?
Look, Reagan, I think brave of her to get out there and give it a crack. If someone gave me an Aussie tracksuit and said, Seabass, go out there and do gymnastics, like, just for the moment, I would want to get out there. And, like, knowing that you made an idiot of yourself and potentially embarrass yourself, like, that's gutsy. But then what I find funny is everyone's celebrating her in the closing ceremony and she's doing some moves that probably she should have put out there.
I know.
she was doing some great things. She should have been in the comp.
I still think that maybe in a year's time, there's going to be a prank show that's going to show her setting up to go to the Olympics.
I mean, this helps her thesis and everything that she's doing life outside, well, not even outside of breakdancing, but within breakdancing with her PhD. So I'm a little bit questionable about her main motives.
That this was just a research project.
Just 2 points from me is that I know people have used the word courageous and you just brave. I don't agree with that at all. So she was good enough to win the Oceanas. So she was a level. So she just went in the competition. That doesn't make her brave.
You're not the world's best.
And she was terrible, right? So the next part of that is... with the Prime Minister saying, it's the Aussie spirit having a go. No. That's not about the Olympics because people were the best in their field. And I mentioned the guy in the 200-metre butterfly the other day in the Australian Championships. He didn't hit the qualifying title. He's the best in Australia and that makes him probably in the top 5 in the world.
Sean,
and he didn't even get a Guernsey.
Sean, she went into the competition and she made the statement, I'm not expecting to score any points. That's not a person that is at the top of their game.
But there are those athletes from all over the world. We're used to Australian athletes doing really well. But there are athletes from all over the world who are going to the Olympics knowing that they are nowhere near the best in the world.
But you have a champion. But don't. Every champion that we've ever spoken to, any sports or whatever, they have the mindset. They have a champion mindset. I can do it. I can get it done. That's what they put out into the world.
There's lots of people that can't.
But that's what. Is that not the mindset?
We're just not used to it from an Australian point of view. But on a world level, it happens all the time.
But she didn't represent another country. She represented us.
But anyway, would I want to do it again? Yes, I loved it.
I think it's a subjective sport as well. So judges making calls on something
there's a reason
artistic.
it's not going to be a
0-0-0.
It's not a sport. It's not a sport. It's an arts.
Okay. Now I want to go back over. So we had 18 gold medalists, which is absolutely fantastic. And I think there's some people who get left behind in some of the talk, but there's always going to be a favourite gold medalist out of all of us. So I want to get. First of all, I want to let you know. Go back to day one where Grace Brown won the women's cycling ride. So no one ever mentions her.
No,
she was the first cab off the rank. But we know Ariane Titmus, who's just a superstar, and
Kylie
McEwen, who was
I love her
Molly O'Callaghan, who beat Ariane to claim that 200-metre freestyle record as well. Jess Fox, right? So Jess and her sister.
What about Noemi? I was about to say her gold medal for me stood out because
beautiful.
imagine that in your sister's shadow and getting out there and winning it all.
Waiting to see her mum get swept down by the current.
So what was your favourite, Natalie? Do you have a favourite of our gold
Nina
medalists?
Kennedy. I thought Nina Kennedy's effort was incredible.
Yeah.
And she's West Australian too, so I'm on board with that. Yeah.
Nath?
I really love the moments where people don't care about the rules. I do love when the whole family jumped in, the foxes jumped into the water. I thought that was absolutely beautiful. And then the dad commentating.
Yes.
What a unique experience. The dad commentating and then firstly refusing him to leave. He goes, I just got to go down. And said, no, hold on, we're going to get a reaction. I'm her father. So he ends up going down there and then just that real moment. And that's when a lot of the world realised that her father was commentating.
And you imagine calling your daughters to 3 gold medals in one game. That's amazing.
Well, he did it the last Olympics in Tokyo when he called her as the world record. So what was yours, Caitlin?
I think for me, Kaylee McEwen, I think she was pretty amazing. She won back-to-back in the backstrokes.
I
That's
love
something.
her.
And she's so young.
And then she just pops on her nana glasses afterwards.
She looks like such a little nerd, doesn't she? I really
my other favourite was Saya Sakakibara in the BMX.
Amazing.
She was incredible, and the story of her brother being involved in that catastrophic crash. She was in a coma for months. Amazing story, and her, she crashed out in Tokyo. So the fact that she managed to pull that off was incredible.
There was an article out yesterday about the sports that people think it's time to retire. What do you think? Out of all the sports that have appeared, what do you think it's time to go? Because boxing's on the chopping block.
It is.
Synchro.
I'm really surprised about that. I mean, breakdancing's out. Synchro to me is one that could be there.
They are bloody athletes.
Amazing what they do.
I don't think golf and tennis should be there. I'm sorry.
It doesn't seem like it's
I
the
don't think
pinnacle
golf
in
added
sport.
anything to the Olympics.
Either.
Definitely
and I'm
golf.
going to say, and dressage, I just think it's so stupid.
Well, yeah, they talked about that was
when
gonna
in
get the
life do you need a horse to dance? You know what I mean? It doesn't have any real world capabilities.
Well, they talked about the fact fact that the highbrow society is the only people who are involved. So the pool of people having a crack at this is very
it's
low.
definitely a rich person's sport. A dressage horse costs between $400,000 and $15 million. The ones at the Olympics
Let's
are
take
valued
the
at.
Bentley down to watch the horses dance.
15 million.
Yes.
Yeah, and then you got to whack a suit on them.
Yeah, that's right. I know,
everything's
right?
And a
tailored.
hairdresser for the hair.
What do you think about
definitely.
fencing? Do you think fencing should still be there?
No, what's the point?
Oh, we're not good at it. Handball. Get rid of it.
No,
No, you know, I'm surprised about boxing being thrown up, and maybe that's because people don't want to see the violence types, or people are saying that.
I mean, there are
the
other
issue.
combat sports still in there. So
Yeah,
taekwondo, for
but it's
example.
been around since Adam and Eve started, so that's one of the original
They
ones.
were the first
They were the
boxers.
first, and Adam won. It was full on. And then we were like, well, should they be
What I
fighting
do
each other?
know is if you're going to have your child at representing Australia, or you're going to be at the top level of elite sport, you have to put a lot of time and effort, and you have to be homeschooled. Every article I read of these people being homeschooled and taken out.
All of their kids in the skateboarding and that sort of thing, it just have to be because they're travelling so much.
Gymnastics.
There's a difference between travelling and homeschool because you're doing a sport and just normal homeschool. And I'm not like, you know.
You know what we mean.
You know. You know what's going on.
Because you're not down the skate park all the time.
What do you reckon, Caitlin? You with that?
I don't believe in homeschooling, no.
Yeah. Run down to the park during your break and you're on the swings waiting for someone to push you.
Part of being an elite athlete is making the sacrifice and making time outside. The best part of me and what helped me become an elite athlete was the fact that I went to school and had those friendships outside school.
Yeah, right.
And what did they do? They gifted you with a faction of your very own.
This is true.
Tell everyone.
Oh, gold. Yeah, Bassett is now. Yeah.
At which school?
You deserve that.
Marygrove Primary School.
That's right. Yeah.
What a time to be alive.
Yeah, if you're in Bassett, you're in Caitlin.
Nathan, Nat and Sean is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au. Nova.